In this video, we're going over the new top 5 overpowered guns here in Modern Warfare 3 Season 4. I have some sleepers in this video as well that will be helping you out getting your first DNA bomb. Since streaks count toward the DNA bomb, these setups are guaranteed to drastically improve your gameplay. If that sounds good, feel free. Drop a like in the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. Let me know down in the comment section right now, what is your favorite gun to use in Modern Warfare 3 Season 4 and why? All right, for class setup number 1, we're taking a look at the FGX HORUS. This weapon received a major buff within Season 4 top SMG meta. We have to start off with the barrel, and the heavy barrel is going to be a massive W, improving our recoil control. We are also going to be running a muzzle on this build. I recommend running the compensated flash hider, not only to help out with recoil control as well, but we are also going to shorten our radar ping so we can get behind their spawn and build up a quick and easy streak. Now, we are not going to run an underbarrel on this setup. We simply do not have enough attachment slots. If they, for whatever reason, allow us to have 6 or 7 attachments, this would be a gun that we would be running toward immediately. Now, because of that, we are going to jump right over to the magazine, and the 48 round is a must. This weapon has a crazy fast fire rate. You're going to need as much ammo as you can to outgun everybody on their team. Now, we are going to be jumping over to the stock here, and the Lopper LXD stock is going to be a massive W, further improving our recoil control on this submachine gun. And then finally, we are going to be running an optic on this setup, and I do recommend running the Jack glassless, giving us a very clean optic picture so you can take people out very easily at those longer ranges. And we also have some added recoil control with this. Overall, a fantastic FGX HORUS build that you cannot go wrong with. Once you go ahead and jump in the fire range, you're going to see this is going to be a gross class setup because we do have very low recoil and overall a submachine gun that you're going to be getting a very fast time to kill with. For the remainder of the build, we are going to be taking a look at the Renetti, a great backup here, and we are going to be running it with the carbine kit, transforming it into a submachine gun. We have on the 50 round drum here. We are going to be utilizing the exoskeletal vertical grip. We are rocking with the compensated flash hider on this build as well, and we do have on the slate reflector for ease of use at those medium to longer ranges. This is going to be the best secondary to use in game, especially if you're looking for essentially a submachine gun backup. In the firing range, you're going to be able to see this weapon is nasty because not only do we have a SMG backup, but this weapon also has very controllable recoil. For the remainder of this setup, we are going to be going ahead and running munitions box, scavenger gloves, covert sneakers. We have on the compression plate to go ahead and regen our health instantly every single time we get a kill, and bone conduction headset so we can hear footsteps and gunfire a lot easier, with the comms vest, which is going to be absolutely amazing because every time you kill somebody and run over their body, they're dropping a radar beacon letting you know exactly where people are at in your general vicinity. It's like having a 24/7 UAV. I rock the same secondary, field upgrade, gloves, boots, gear, as well as the vest on all of my class setups because they are disgusting. Give the FGX HORUS a try if you have not already. For class setup number 2, we're taking a look at the BP50. Now, I have a class setup that's going to be returning this weapon to its former glory with the conversion kit. This weapon received a nerf with the Jack Revenger kit. This setup is going to allow you to still outgun players at those medium to longer ranges. Now, we are going to be starting off with a rear grip after you equip the conversion kit, and the TRST IV grip tape is going to be fantastic, improving that recoil control so we can outgun players at longer ranges. Now, we are also going to go ahead and run ammunition on this build, and the high grain rounds are a must here. You have to use this to improve more bullet velocity and range because that's where the conversion kit received a nerf this update. We are also going to be going ahead and running a muzzle, and a new muzzle that I've been running on some of my class setups is going to be the sonic suppressor. The cons are irrelevant on this build because this is going to be essentially an AR SMG hybrid, so having improved bullet velocity and damage range with the added benefit of keeping us off the radar is going to be absolutely amazing. This gun is still going to have very low recoil. We are going to be going ahead and running an optic on the setup as well, and the Jack glasses is going to be mandatory on the BP50 conversion kit, allowing us to have, like I said, more accuracy and a cleaner optic picture. You have to go ahead and give this class setup a try if you are still looking to use the conversion kit after its nerf. Once you jump into the firing range, you're gonna see here, this is a nice build because the aim down sight speed, I don't know why I said it like that, is crazy. And also, we are still gonna be able to have low recoil and absolutely melt players at those medium as well as longer ranges. Definitely give this a go. For the remainder of the setup, we still have on the same secondary with the Renetti, and we are going to be rocking the same exact build upgrade, gloves, boots, as well as gear with the conversion kit set to the the vest set to the CCT comms vest here. Overall, a great class setup that you definitely should not sleep on, even though it did receive a quote-unquote nerf this update. Now for class setup number 3, we're taking a trip down memory lane and taking a look at the ISO 9mm. I guarantee you did not see this coming. This is a Modern Warfare 2 SMG that I swear received a silent buff. This thing is a melt machine. Now we are going to run a muzzle on this build, and I do recommend running the Shadow Strike suppressor to take us off the radar. That's all we need. Now, we are not going to run a barrel on this class setup, believe it or not. These were the meta in Modern Warfare 2. They're not the case in 3. For the underbarrel, we are going to be going ahead and rocking the skeletal vertical grip. Overall, a great attachment here, not only helping out with our long range performance because we have recoil control benefits, but also aim down sight speed, which is going to be a massive W with a run and gun submachine gun. Because this weapon does have a crazy fast fire rate, it's gonna be mandatory to rock the 50-round drum here. We're gonna need it. This should be the default because we're gonna be burning through ammo fast, but also getting very, very fast TTKs as well. Now, what we are also gonna be doing with this build is running a stock, and I do recommend running the demo fade tack here to improve more ability at those close and medium ranges. The improvement of aim walking speed and sprint speed is very important on a lot of the Modern Warfare 2 weapons because they typically don't have the best handling compared to the MW3 guns. And then finally, we are going to run an optic, and because of the introduction of the JAT glassless and its ability to have increased accuracy at longer ranges with that firing aiming stability and the removal of a lot of the visual recoil that a lot of the Modern Warfare 2 guns have, this is going to be a great attachment on this weapon. Give this class a big go if you're trying to shake some things up with the ISO 9mm. You're gonna get a lot of comments and messages saying, man, what gun is that? Once you jump into the firing range, you're gonna see this is a quite nasty build because we have a fast ADS and the recoil is on point. This is gonna be like an FJX HORUS build, but it's going to be an MW2 weapon that you can go ahead and use and just start annoying some players. So definitely give this a go. We're in the build. Again, we still have on the Renetti same exact attachments, and we are utilizing munitions box, scavenger gloves, covert sneakers, compression plate, bone conduction headset, and the comms vest here. Definitely do not sleep on this weapon. It is a absolute monster. Now for class setup number 4, you guys know we have to go ahead and run it back with the MCW. This is gonna be a little bit of a different build. We are not gonna run the conversion kit, and we are also not gonna run the tried and true 16.5-inch MCW Cyclone long barrel. Instead, we're going to be rocking that Mammoth heavy barrel to improve that bullet velocity and overall ability at those close to medium ranges, because you guys can see here we're taking advantage of movement speed and aim walking speed. This is an absolute W on this assault rifle. Now, we are also going to be running a muzzle on this build, and we are still going to be utilizing the compensated flash hider. You guys know the drill for that recoil control and the ability to have a shorter radar ping so we can get on their spawn and go crazy. We are running an underbarrel on this setup, and I do recommend running not the DR6 hand stop for multiplayer. In competitive play, this would be a nice attachment, but we are going to be rocking the X10 Phantom 5 hand stop to smooth up that recoil pattern and also offer the ability of increased aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed. Whenever I run a long barrel that is not going to be improving that recoil control, I am 99% of the time going to be rocking the X10 Phantom 5 hand stop. Now, we are going to go ahead and skip over the conversion kit like I said, run over to the rear grip, and we're going to rock that RB Cobb PSL for more recoil control and accuracy. And then finally, we are going to be going ahead and running an optic on this setup, and I do recommend running the JAT glassless on here just so we have a little bit more accuracy and overall less stability issues with that firing stability and visual recoil. Overall, a great build. Give this a try if you're trying to mix it up with the MCW. as you jump into the firing range, you're gonna see this setup is not going to have the penalty that the old build does have with the stock as well as the cyclone barrel. And in my personal opinion, this is gonna be just as accurate, if not more accurate, with the ability to still take people out at those medium and longer ranges. So definitely a massive W here. For the remainder of the setup, we are still going to be rocking the Renetti, same exact attachments, and we are using the munitions box, scavenger gloves, over sneakers, compression plate, bone conduction headset, and the good old comms vest. MCW is a nasty assault rifle. Do not sleep on it. Every time they nerf it, you can still go ahead and get it back to its former glory. And then finally, for class setup number 5, we're taking a look at the Big Daddy Striker. Not the Striker 9, the Big Daddy. Now, we are going to be running a barrel on this setup, and we're going to be rocking the RECOIL long barrel here to take advantage of that damage range and overall transform the submachine gun into more of an AR hybrid. Now, for the muzzle, we are going to be suppressing this weapon. We want to be completely off the radar, and the Shadow Strike Suppressor S is going to be the best choice. We are going to be running an underbarrel on this setup, and luckily, because the Striker does have very controllable recoil, we can get away with rocking the F-Tech MSP98 hand stop instead of the X10 Phantom 5 hand stop. I know I just said that I always rock the X10 Phantom 5 on a class setup that does not have a barrel that improves that recoil control, but this gun seriously doesn't have any recoil. We are going to be skipping over ammunition, magazine. We're skipping over the rear grip because we are running a stock, which is going to be the Lockman Recon Series stock that takes place of the rear grip and the stock at the same time, improving that recoil control and overall handling at those medium longer ranges. Definitely a massive W here. And then finally, we are going to run an optic on the setup. We do not need the jack glasses because this gun already has low recoil, and we don't want to slow down that ADS speed, so the slate reflector is going to be perfect on this setup. Once you go ahead and jump into the firing range, you're going to see here this build is gross, man. Fast ADS and overall very, very low recoil. Do not sleep on this build. This is going to be a nice AR SMG hybrid setup that you guys can go crazy with. The Striker is one of my favorite SMGs in the game. Do not sleep on it. For the remainder of the build, we have on the Renetti, which is going to be the same exact attachments as all my other setups, and we are rocking the munitions box. We have the scavenger gloves, covert sneakers, compression plate, bone conduction headset, as well as the comms vest here. These are going to be the absolute best top 5, as well as some sleeper class setups you guys can use here in season 4. If there are 2 builds I want you to check out right now, give the FJX HORUS a try. This weapon is an absolute monster, man. One of the best SMGs in the entire game. And also run it back with the BP50 if you want a build that's going to be able to go crazy at any and all ranges. Hope you guys enjoy it, and if you guys tear it up, let me know down in the comment section. It's been your boy Ears, and make sure you guys drop a like on the vid, subscribe to the channel, and those notifications. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one, man. Deuces.